So I love tech and I love meditation. You would think this product would be right up my alley, but it's not. Not out of the gate anyway. What am I talking about? It's this. This is the Muse Headband. It's a fancy high-tech headband that measures brain activity and uses that information to provide real-time feedback during meditation to help keep you more focused while you meditate. They claim their product helps people reduce stress, have sharper focus, and get better sleep. I mean, those are some pretty awesome benefits I think we all want, right? So why do I have such a resistance to liking this thing? I guess I sort of have this thought that meditation is sacred. You know, like martial arts. Sure, it'd be sweet to download Kung Fu like in the Matrix, but part of the beauty of martial arts is the practice, the learning, and the progression. The discipline which you can only acquire by doing and eventually reaping the benefits of in your daily life. It takes time and patience. I have this vision in my head that meditation needs to be honest and pure, and that charging money for it and gamifying it is bad and disrespectful. However, those are just thoughts. And just because I have those thoughts doesn't make them true. If a device like this can actually make people interested in meditation and get better at controlling their thoughts, which ultimately affects their emotions and moods and the moods of everyone around them, well, maybe that should be something that is celebrated and embraced if it actually works, right? So before we go any further, does this thing actually work? Here's a short version of what it does. It uses EEG technology, electroencephalogram.
Electroencephalogram.
Yeah, say that 5 times fast. It's supposedly a non-invasive method to record spontaneous electrical activity of the brain. Muse uses that information and basically makes a game out of it while you meditate. When your brain activity lowers, you get rewarded with the sound of chirping birds. And if it senses more brain activity, it raises the volume of white noise to hook you back into the present by distracting those thoughts from staying in the front of your mind. While you can use your phone speaker to use their meditations, you really need headphones to get the best results, as the sound is so much more effective when it's right in your head. While it's neat to see the brain monitors work in the app, how accurate are they? I mean, I don't know. I've tried thinking all kinds of things while wearing this, if you know what I mean. And I don't know, it doesn't really seem to spike with any of the types of thoughts that I think that it would. It really spikes with facial movement though, so I can't say for certain that it is bang on accurate with actually tracking thoughts, or if it just tracks mostly just subtle muscle movements in your face and body. I don't know. Here's the thing that I don't understand. Usually when you are doing guided meditations without the headband, it's quiet. You are forced to listen to or at least be aware of your thoughts and surroundings. And that's kind of the point, you know? With this, it's constantly distracting you by playing noises even though they are white noises. Is that more effective for learning meditation? I mean, maybe in later sessions that fades away, but I haven't even really wanted to get there yet. Here's why. When you hear the birds because your brain waves have mellowed out, you get a little dopamine hit, which is cool. But then the bird sounds go away because you got excited thinking about how cool the bird sounds were. Now you're disappointed in yourself that you lost it. So you try and force yourself to be even more calm to hear those birds again because that feels like the point and it makes you feel like you're winning. But then you don't because now you're trying too hard thinking about not thinking and you're bummed out that now you can't hear the birds again and maybe you never will. So while I'm meditating with this on, instead of me trying to be completely present, I'm playing this game of when will I hear the birds again, and when I don't hear them, I'm disappointed. This doesn't seem to be the point of meditation. Again, maybe once you get deep into the app, there's more to it than this. I'm sure there is, but I have no desire to want to continue using this thing. To be fair, for free, they offer some good initial meditations and tips that help remind you of the ultimate goal here, that it takes time to train your brain, which is true, and having data is great. Some people need to use apps like MyFitnessPal to track their food and workouts. I'm a fan of all that stuff, but you know what? I don't use those either. I'm a believer in order for those things to work, whether it's exercise, diet, or meditation, you must understand how it actually works, because the moment you stop using the apps, you go back to how you were before. You don't actually learn anything. I don't like relying on products or gizmos to help me get more out of life. I like to actually learn how to do those things. Look, I understand that products like these want to help people in their lives, but they're also a business, right? This headband costs what? Not on sale, $500 US, and it uses micro USB, not USB-C. Ugh. Plus, with that purchase, they do offer you 1 year of their premium subscription for their app, but then they charge $12.99 a month once that runs out. Imagine after that year feeling like you have to keep using and paying for the app or you don't know what else to do. That's a lot of money. Although there is some pretty cool stuff included in that premium subscription. To be honest, the headband does offer a lot of other things. It offers sleep tracking and heart rate monitoring, and the headband is comfy enough, but I don't know, I just really don't have the interest in learning and talking a lot more about it. Plus, I feel like a bit of a fool wearing it. To get the thumbnail for this video, I went to the beach with my daughter for a little photo shoot, and as people walked by, well, I felt silly wearing it. Not to mention a lot of people walk by our house, so if I'm using this by a window, let's just say I closed the blinds. They sent me this device for free, which I always appreciate. And I understand it takes a lot of confidence in your product to send it out for free to people like me who will be brutally honest. Sometimes it pays off, other times it doesn't. And I really liked dealing with the people at Muse. They seem like very passionate people, but I've got a job to do, and that's to be honest with my videos. This is just another step you need to take when meditating, and I'd rather just meditate the old-fashioned way. Right now, I can use my headphones and find free guided meditations, which offer the same thing. Sure, I won't have intricate brain patterns to analyze how my meditations went, but I'll have something even better, my mood to tell me how I'm feeling. I'll know if my thoughts are still persistent. I don't need an app for that. And I don't know about you, but when I get into a beautiful spot or moment in the day when I'm really feeling present, I actually don't want to be surrounded by more tech. In fact, I want the opposite. I want to do some solid earthing and become one with my environment, not introduce more Bluetooth rays and stuff bouncing around I can't see. I don't know. To anyone considering the Muse headband, if you're the kind of person who has no clue where to get started with meditation and you have a little extra money to spend, it might actually help you. If you are busy and you like the idea of lots of information that you can analyze and you can use that information to make changes in your life in areas you don't know how to fix, you might actually love this thing. It's like riding a bike with training wheels on and you never take the training wheels off. But for the rest of us, well, I do think it's worth finding some type of way to add mindfulness into your life. I don't think this device is worth buying. While I don't always get around to it, I have learned that everything in life can be meditation once you start living in the present. Things like jogging, exercising, eating, or doing the dishes. Once you learn how to be mindful in the present, you don't need an app to tell you that life is beautiful. I personally would rather engage more with mindfulness by reading or meeting up with others, or just by disconnecting more with my phone instead of relying on it more to meditate. It's hard to unplug and get outside or learn how to be present. I've spent the last couple years finding the best way to do that because I'm an anxious person who worries about stupid stuff. And when I saw this headband, I thought it might be a cheat code for how to get out of my head, but it's not for me. Learning to see thoughts for what they are, just thoughts shaped by experiences and not things you need to react to every second of every day, well, it's a hard lesson to learn. It takes time and discipline. Monks spend years in their whole lives doing this stuff. There is no shortcut or cheat code. If you want to get the benefits of meditation and want it to stick with you in your life, you will have to do the work and learn about it for yourself. Going old school with meditation is what I prefer. I think prayer, using mantras or tones or guided meditations is great. And the best part is you just don't have to spend money on that. It's free, and that's how it should be. So no, I don't think this is the future of meditation. While I do think some people might actually benefit from this product, I just can't recommend it overall, especially at the price. I think you can get amazing meditations for free on YouTube or other apps and use that to experiment in finding a practice that suits your style. Then you just need to make time to do it. I'll link a few of my favorites in the description below. I think it's worth trying meditation though. Even doing short mini meditations have given me a pause before I react to thoughts throughout the day, which is huge in my daily life, especially when I'm driving. Now, since I've got my toe in the meditation world, let's just say that when that jerk cuts me off in traffic, instead of reacting right away like I want to, I pause, then usually I laugh it away, and it feels great. If you need a headband like this to learn how to get that pause, hey, that's worth it. I just think it's worth going to the library or learning about meditation or mindfulness by going down a rabbit hole on YouTube instead and finding that style that clicks for you. What about you? Do you like the idea of this headband? Would you buy it? Or if you did, do you still use it and has it helped you with your practice? If you are new to meditation and are curious if it will help you, I created a video where I meditated every day for 30 days. I think it's a great video, so check that out here if you haven't watched it yet. Otherwise, here's what YouTube thinks you'd like to watch next. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a moment to thumbs up the video, I would really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, I'd love to have you. I have all sorts of cool product reviews coming down the pipes soon. See you next time on The Sad Life.